Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you my 3-month update for my Pan That palette for 2017. Before I show you my progress for my Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette, I did want to mention that a couple things that I have pulled into this challenge just to use more and to accompany my Urban Decay Naked Basics 2 palette, I have decided to declutter. So let's just start with that before I get into my progress. The first thing that I am decluttering the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I just don't find myself reaching for it. I hit pan on skimp because I use shades like that to set my eyeshadow primer. Other than that, I didn't really find myself reaching for it because a couple of the brown shades in this palette are also in this palette. So I wanted to make sure I finished this palette and the shades in here before I made progress in these browns, if that makes any sense. I only really used the shade right here, which was 1987, and Harajuku, and maybe a couple of like the shimmery shades, but honestly it's not anything that I was reaching for because I wanted a shade like that, or I was like, oh, I need that one shade in this Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. It wasn't like that at all. And these two shades, as well as this one, were the only shades that were holding me back from getting rid of this palette. But I have a shade, I think that it's called Americano from Makeup Geek, that is very similar to this shade, so I don't really need that one. And so it was just these two shades, but I was just like, I can just get shades like that to fill that gap in my collection, and that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm saying goodbye to this palette. I'm also saying goodbye to the NYX prismatic eyeshadow in Girl Talk, and it's not because I don't reach for it or I don't like it. That is not why I'm decluttering this. I'm decluttering this because I recently got the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and it has a pink shade in it, which is identical to this eyeshadow right here. So if you are looking at the Alchemist palette and you want to maybe try to dupe it a little bit, this shadow right here matches the pink shade in it identically. And I know, since I have that holographic palette, when I want a pink duochrome shade, I will reach for the Kat Von D one way more than I would reach for this shade, which is why I'm getting rid of it. So this single eyeshadow from NYX, as well as this eyeshadow palette, is all being passed on to my friend Nick, who wants to get into makeup, and I'm really excited to give him all of this really cool stuff. And he also has a YouTube link, so I will link it down below. You're welcome, Nick, I love you. Besides that, let's get into the progress for this month. So this is what my palette looks like after the 3 months of this challenge. As you can see, the shade Frisk looks really, really different. I cleared the whole side of the shadow. I'm not sure if the bottom of the shadow was still there and intact, but if it wasn't, it's all, that whole chunk is gone. So now I just have this top piece, which to you looks like the bottom of the pan. So the pan may not look like it moved up maybe a little bit, but the shadow is definitely lowering. So there's a plus. I definitely know for a fact that the pan in the shade Stark, which is right here, did expand a little bit. I know I expanded the pan that is on the side a little bit, and I also know that the shadow around the pan is definitely lowering a little bit, so that is always good. Cover is going slowly and surely. The pan is definitely expanding. Most of the time what I do is just I take my brush and I swirl it right in there. So it's not necessarily, oh, I'm using one side more than the other. It's just my brush is just getting swirled right in there. Maybe I might want to try to focus on either the top or the bottom of the pan because I definitely want to see that shadow go. And with Primal, The pan probably didn't expand all that much, but I know that it is getting deeper. It is getting more shallow. I use this mostly in my brows, so what I do is I take my little eyeshadow brush and I just dig at it. So I definitely know it is getting thinner right around where the pan is. And the shade Undone, like, I'm not touching. I really don't use this or shades like this on an everyday basis. So that is the update for my Pan That palette for this month. I will have comparison pictures following this video, but thank you all so much for watching. I totally forgot about the other single shadow in this challenge. Oop, I'm sorry. I also pulled in the Milani Bella Eyes Gel Powder eyeshadow in the shade Bella Violet. I didn't use this month. I have a feeling I'm going to use this a lot during the summer when I have more time to play with colors in my makeup looks. I did pull out, I did a gold and purple eye that looked really cool, so I'm probably going to do that a lot in the summer. Maybe with bronzy colors or something like that, but I just don't have enough time when I'm getting ready really fast in the morning to pull in a purple eyeshadow to try to, like, I don't have time for that. Anyway, I will, back to what I was saying, I will insert comparison pictures from update 2 to this current update at the end of this video. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss any other content and any other Pan That palette updates, so you can see how far I go with this challenge. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.